That's why the problem is starting there. And they also ask us at sometimes, what are we doing here? Because we are black. So what are we want in African institution? And we've got nothing. We don't have land. It's like those you always. That's why I'm just saying you must beg. If you are playing nice, they will be nice to you. But if you're just a normal person, they don't even want to talk to you. They just take you like you are a dog, something like that.
We walked down at about 1 o'clock, just to go get some McDonald's. This one guy was tapping the woman that was working behind the counter on the head as if she was a dog. And when we said that he should stop doing that, he said, "No, these are my friends. These are my friends." What I remember from that, because it has been a lot has happened since then, was almost looking in the woman's face and seeing almost fear in her face, but at the same time seeing that she'd kind of been conditioned to that. And that's where I knew that she didn't actually enjoy this kind of treatment. And also to think that the kind of disrespect that this younger person has to come and treat an older person like this is something that has been conditioned to. Because I know that those group of students would never treat a white Afrikaans person who was older like that. But if they're black, it's almost you treat them as almost their child. You said you have to stop doing that. We don't like what you're doing. They fought back. Instead of just apologizing, they fought back with that. There was some swearing that went. An old friend of mine basically said, "We can't understand you." And then they in Afrikaans responded that if you don't speak Afrikaans, you don't belong here. We get our food, we go out, and then they swear at us again. One of my old friends replies, and then out of nowhere starts choking him, takes him outside, starts beating him. I intervene, and before I intervene, just to go help out, I just see a group of guys just running from the car, coming to attack us. So in total, when we looked at the camera, it was about 7 people, and they just come and they hit me from the back. My glasses broke, and then we managed to escape, go to the police, we reported, and when this becomes news in the university seems more interested in answering to the press instead of answering to us as students. The ironic thing is that even after all of this, nothing has actually happened. We haven't been called on that case, and it's very ironic that even the police that was working with us on that case told us that he's just basically said he was a black police officer, and he said, "You're going to see how this place operates."
And if a guy, like you're chatting with a guy, then comes a group of maybe 3 guys, just say, "Okay, I gotta bounce." Then he leaves. It's like he doesn't want to be seen associating himself with us. The guys, when they get there, most of them are welcoming and friendly. But you notice one thing: as time goes by, around about in the middle of the year or half quarter of the year, then the guy is starting to change. It's like the way things are done. It's like they're saying, "You are white, you are African speaking, you should be proud of yourself. Don't associate yourself with the other races." You see.
So I just watched the documentary Luister by Dan Carter and his friends. It was shot way back in 2015, and it was addressing the injustices and the discrimination that students face at the University of Stellenbosch. It's such a shame that years after our democracy or after apartheid, we still face and come across such injustices, such racism. I think the main issue behind this whole problem is that Afrikaners teach their kids from a young age that they should always know and they should always treat black people as somebody who's less than them, somebody who's inferior than them. They taught from a young age. That's the reason that we still face these problems. Imagine your grandfather taught your father. Now your father is teaching you for you to teach your kids and their kids to teach their kids. So this thing will never stop. I don't think that our politics is the only problem that we have in South Africa. Racism is still a huge problem, especially amongst the Afrikaner group. because they want to dominate. They want to be in charge. They want to be in power. But in the modern day South Africa that we're living in right now, it's a society whereby we should all play our part. We should come together, work together, and build this country together. There's no longer one race dominating and oppressing another. We are now all equal, and we should act like it and treat each other as such. You know, I don't think that they stopped, or whatever happened at the University of Stellenbosch stopped. I think it's still going to carry on, because it's given a platform to live and to thrive and to grow, you know. I don't know how one can convince the Afrikaner group to stop what they're doing. But I urge and I call upon their leaders, people who they can listen to, you know, people who they look up to address such issues, to talk about such issues. We can't have issues where kids are denied the opportunity to learn just because they're not Afrikaans. In a South Africa that has over 11 official languages, that's straight cack. That's straight cack. For South Africa to be what it is, man, we're gonna have to face, or we're gonna have to fight more than just the ANC, the racism as well. The racism amongst Afrikaners and the white community. But please do check out the full documentary on YouTube. It's Luister by Dan Carter. Check it out. Like, share, subscribe, and yeah, share the page.